It is Tuesday, which of course means it is time for me to answer the questions that you send in every single week on the YouTube channel or at the forums at BrendenPlayz.com/forums. So, it's been a big week in wrestling. We just had TLC, we had NXT Evolution. Well, it's been a good week and a bad week, but there's been a lot to talk about. I'm going to do an extended episode of Let's Talk Tuesdays because I know I've been missing out in the past couple of weeks. Where have I been? I had mouth surgery. I had four of my teeth cut out of my mouth. I'm feeling pretty good though. By the way, Money in the Bank is coming. It's done. It's currently rendering right now. It's just taking a fucking incredible long amount of time to render. It's ridiculous. So it is coming. It will be up in a day or so. So I apologize for the wait. I really appreciate you guys waiting it out for me, but it's just been a pain. So it's time to get back into the videos. It's time for Let's Talk Tuesday. So here is our first question. The first question is from Bailey14. He asks me, what did you think of the TLC pay-per-view? Was it as good as you thought? Anything that you hated on the show? Well, there was quite a number of things that I hated on the show. Was it as good as I thought it was going to be? Hell no. I actually thought TLC was going to be a really good show. Thought the card had a lot of potential, but it just kind of fell flat. The show was okay. It was mediocre. We kicked off the show, though, with probably the match that should have closed the show, to be honest with you. Dolph Ziggler and Luke Harper, man, those two guys tore the house down. It was a really, really damn good match. Honestly, probably one of the best matches of the year. Absolutely loved it. I was pumped. It was a long match. It was a great way to kick the show off, but it was the highlight of the show. There was nothing else that could follow that match. That was the problem. Everything else after that match sucked. It was garbage. And honestly, I don't know why the Intercontinental Championship didn't close the show, to be honest with you. I know those two guys, aren't exactly the top of the top, but, at least a championship closes the show. At least something happens on the final match. I mean, look at the finish of Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. That was the most retardedest finish I've ever seen in my life. What was that? It was garbage. I hated that. You want to know what I hated? That was that. The John Cena Seth Rollins match was just too overbooked. Too much crap was happening in it. It was an okay match. I was getting into it, but you knew Cena was going to win. You knew he was going to win in some fucked up way. Roman Reigns coming back, though, was fucking awesome. I was marking out. I popped, man. I was laying down, bored out of my mind. Roman Reigns' music hit. I was fucking on the edge of my seat. I jumped up. I was pumped to see him back, and as you guys know, Roman Reigns is one of my favorites. So it's really good to have him back. So if you guys are wondering, yes, I'm very happy to see him back. And honestly, though, look, there wasn't much else to talk about. I mean, Kane and Ryback was okay. I like the big guy. I'm glad he got the win. The tag team match was alright. I didn't even watch the pre-show match. I didn't want to waste my time. The Divas match sucked. The only thing I was really caring about was how amazingly gorgeous Nikki Bella is, and that's all I really care about. That's the only reason why I'll watch a Divas match is if Nikki's in it, just so I can appreciate our Divas champion. But look, I'll get into it in a moment, but the Erick Rowan and Big Show match made me that match was dreadful. That made me sick. It's just the finish of that match. I'll get into it in a moment, but I think there's another question coming up about it. But yeah, that match sucked, man. So I thought Ambrose and Wyatt was a good match, but the finish was retarded. It was weird. And I thought Ambrose was just trying to kill himself just to get some kind of reaction. The crowd was just dead. It was pretty bad. So TLC, I think I give it about a 5 out of 10. The Ziggler and Harper was fucking awesome, but the rest was a pass. So not too good. This next question is from Samir306. Do you think Cena will win at the Royal Rumble? Well, honestly, look, if Cena wins at the Royal Rumble, then Brock Lesnar will have probably the worst WWE Championship reign in the history of WWE. Honestly, he's probably already got that already. I mean, we haven't seen him for 4 months. He just came back on Raw, which was amazing. Fucking fantastic to have him back, and he made a huge impact. I wish, he had had a match with Jericho. That would have been awesome. I actually thought they might have teased a potential match between the two. Of course, it was never going to happen, but I was hoping, but, would love to see those two. And honestly, we should be having a Chris Jericho versus Brock Lesnar match at the Royal Rumble instead of Cena and Lesnar, a match we've seen so many times already. 3 times we've seen these guys have a match against one another. And Brock Lesnar has only had, well, you can probably count it on 2 hands, the amount of matches that Brock Lesnar has had since he's came back to the WWE. Not a lot. So the fact we've already seen Cena and Brock 3 times, now it's going to be a 4th, is just too much. Nobody cares for the 3rd matchup. We all hope that Brock Lesnar will win, and he should win. If John Cena wins, it will be ridiculous. It'll make his whole title reign pointless. It'll just continue to push Cena way too much, and Cena will just be an Superman, and yeah, it will just not be good for the future of the company. What I think should happen is Brock Lesnar wins, he beats Cena clean, it's a hard-fought match just like at Night of Champions, but this time Lesnar gets the win. Cena almost won it, but Lesnar was just too good on the night. That way you keep Cena looking strong. Hey, look, he put out a good performance against the Beast, didn't quite get there, but he was close. And then you move Lesnar on, you have him defend in the Elimination Chamber at the worst fucking pay-per-view of the year, WWE Fastlane. Oh my god, that's a whole new video right there. That pay-per-view name is atrocious. Have him defend there, and then have a Roman Reigns who wins the Royal Rumble beat him at WrestleMania. I know we've been expecting this for months and months and months, but it's the way to go. It really is. That way you make Roman Reigns a star. He beats the Beast, gets the big WrestleMania win. You create a huge new star. You give him the biggest rub that he can possibly get. It just makes sense, and for the future of the WWE, that's what they've got to do. They've got to start making some more stars. And Roman Reigns, he's just about there. Yes, I know he can't cut a freaking promo, but he's just about there. He's the man. You see him come out, and you see a guy, and you just, in my opinion, I see him, and I go, this guy is the fucking man. This guy is fucking awesome. That's just what I think. And I think he can be the face of the WWE. I think he can be the world champion. I think him beating Lesnar at WrestleMania makes sense and should happen. So no, Cena should not beat Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. If it does, I will be very, very angry and annoyed. And, but then again, this is the WWE. This is John Cena. Wouldn't put it past him. It could happen. It probably will happen. Okay, now I get to rant on the Erick Rowan situation. This is from Monda. Opinion on Big Red losing the Big Show more than once in recent times at Raw and TLC. That was... Look, you got a guy, Erick Rowan. I just started liking the guy. Just started getting behind him. I was on the forums. I changed my profile picture to Erick Rowan. I was telling everyone how great Erick Rowan is. I was really starting to dig. I was very intrigued in his new character and his persona. And I just thought, the way he walks the ring, it's kind of cool. I dig that. And I was starting to really like him. And then what happens? The fucking Big Show beats him twice. Why? Why the fuck did the Big Show beat him? Not once, but twice. I have no idea. I think, honestly, the only reason why they had him beat him at TLC was so Big Show could run out for fucking 2 minutes in the Cena and Rollins match and look like a legitimate threat to that. Just so he can do a run out, run in, and get his ass kicked by Roman Reigns. Just so Reigns will look strong. Yes, I said that. And so Cena will look, I don't know, he's getting beat up by someone who just got a big victory. So you kill the potential that Erick Rowan has. You kill this guy's career. He's done. Erick Rowan is done. If he can't beat the fucking Big Show, he's done. I mean, I know the Big Show on paper, world's strongest athlete, blah, blah, blah. World's biggest athlete, whatever. He's the man on paper, but realistically, this guy's 45 years old, or whatever the hell he is. He's a veteran. He should be putting over talent. He shouldn't be beating talent, because Erick Rowan has officially been killed. Done. The only thing that could probably save Rowan is reuniting him with the Wyatts, but they're not obviously going to do that. They just had Harper and Rowan take each other on Raw. I thought maybe that could happen, but no. I don't know why they had Erick Rowan lose. Why on earth would you have Erick Rowan lose to the Big Show? I mean, the guy was just getting over it. It's like they gave him 2 weeks to get fucking John Cena reactions. Otherwise, he's done. It's just a complete joke. It simply sums up the situation with the WWE's booking and creative right now. Look, they gave him a half-decent gimmick. I thought he was going to be this, hillbilly fucking retard. but they turned him into like a genius who's just a bit of a weirdo, but he doesn't like bullies or whatever. It's a bit stupid, but you know, it was kind of working. It wasn't the worst. I mean, it wasn't Adam Rose bad. It was okay. And you know, he was starting to get reactions. He got a reaction at Survivor Series. People started wanting to see him. And then the Big Show with that KO fucking punch just knocked every potential that Erick Rowan had out. Can't believe it. Just a joke. This one's from Colin. What are your thoughts on Roman Reigns winning Superstar of the Year at the Slammy Awards? Look, you know, I was okay with it. I know a lot of people saying, oh, the votes were rigged. Fucking bullshit. Roman Reigns didn't win. People are still trying to say that Roman Reigns doesn't have a fan base. People are still trying to justify that Roman Reigns isn't popular. I think people need to start to accepting the fact that Roman Reigns is popular. Personally, I didn't vote. Why would I vote? The votes, you guys need to realize, the votes are fixed. It's not legitimate. None of the Slammy Awards voting is legitimate. Maybe stuff like we saw on Raw today, where it had the 3 match options, which, by the way, all 3 were exactly the same match type. Stuff like that is fine. But a Superstar and all the Slammy Awards, they're all fixed. They want to have who they want to win those awards. Roman Reigns, you probably nearly would have won. I honestly think Seth Rollins was the Superstar of the Year, in my personal opinion. But, you know, you could say Dean Ambrose as well, whatever. But personally, if I was going to vote, I would have said Seth Rollins. And I had the Superstar of the Year poll up on my forums, and that's who I voted for there. And I think that's who won on the forums, I believe. So I don't think it really does matter all that much. It's the WWE's decision. It's not really the fans' decision. So I wouldn't really be too, angry about it. But Roman Reigns, you think about it, the guy has lost like once or twice all year in a singles match. He's been at the top of the card. He had super success with the Shield. The only thing that really dampers it was the fact he was injured for a month or 2. So other than that, he had a fucking good year. So he deserves it. And this is, you gotta remember, this is all storyline wise. This is not, who had the best fucking match, who cuts the best promo. It's not that. If you want to know that, then go to PW Insider and check out their Superstar of the Year. This is just WWE's kayfabe Superstar of the Year. Who won the most matches, who looked the best, blah, 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 blah. And, Roman Reigns, I guess, is that guy. This one is from Y2J. When and how do you think the Authority will come back? Well, I suggested on, I was talking about this in the forums as well. I suggested that the Authority could be the Anonymous General Manager. Now, I think they may have already dropped the Anonymous GM gimmick. God, I hope so. But if they do keep it going, I thought the Authority could end up being the anonymous GM and kind of like fucking with everyone behind the scenes. So unless that is being dropped, I really don't know. I mean, obviously Sting has to come back and take on Triple H, so that's a way that you can reintroduce Triple H, get him back on TV somehow. When that will happen, I don't know, probably after Royal Rumble. I mean, Sting probably should have been on TV again by now, but, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what exactly the situation is with there, but I think the Authority will come back. I mean, Triple H and Stephanie, I think their egos is kind of like too big not to be on TV, not to be involved. I kind of like having them on TV, to be honest with you. I liked having Vince on TV. I miss Vince being on there on a full-time basis. Maybe not so much in nowadays, but certainly, the Vince of old was fantastic. So if we have Triple H, who's doing a pretty decent job being that heel Authority figure, why not? I mean, I guess the only thing that's different is that we don't get a Triple H 25-minute promo at the beginning of every single Raw. Instead, now we get a Seth Rollins promo that goes for 20 minutes at the beginning of every Raw, which is worse. So, And also, with the Authority, we didn't have these stupid goddamn celebrity guest host crap. We didn't have, just randoms popping up here and there to host and be GMs. I hate doing that. I hate seeing the celebrities come in. It's just goofy, it's stupid, it sucks, it's lame. I'd rather just have one guy be the fucking GM, A lot of people said it should have been Sting to be the GM, and probably should have been. It would have made more sense, Sting turned out to be the new GM, that would have made a hell of a lot of sense, but no, they didn't go with logic. Instead, you know, they just kept Sting off TV, and who knows what the Authority is doing. So I really don't know how they're going to bring the Authority back, and if they do, fine, so be it. But if they are going to bring the Authority back, I probably wouldn't do it anytime soon, because I think that the gimmick was played out. It was time for them to end the gimmick and move on to something else. So if they're going to bring it back in a year or two, maybe. This one is from Jeremy Bastian. I hope I got that one right. What do you think of Adam Rose and the Bunny storyline? Well, look, you guys know what I think of Adam Rose. I think Adam Rose is an absolute fucking joke. I'm just going to try and put this one lightly. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. This storyline is horseshit. Whoever thought of a fucking bunny wrestling, a bunny being involved in a storyline should be fucking fired. You can obviously see that Vince McMahon is laughing his ass off backstage. Ooh, a bunny. Oh, that'll put asses in seats. No, it won't, Vince. It sucks. Adam Rose sucks. Release both of them. I think the bunny's Sami Zayn, so don't release him, but release Adam Rose and get rid of all the fucking... Who are they? The Rosebuds? Get rid of all of them. Just stop it, please. Whenever Adam Rose comes on the TV, I legitimately turn it off or go off and do something else, and then I come back 10 minutes later hoping that I'm in the clear. Honestly, he makes me turn the channel. He is exactly like Santino. Just when I thought we got rid of Santino Marella, the guy who I hated the most, the guy who made me leave and never wanted to want me to turn Raw off, we got a new one. We got the reincarnated version of Santino and Adam Rose, and God help me, if I see Adam Rose and the Bunny for another 6 months, I'm done. I think Adam Rose, he lasted, honestly, Adam Rose lasted about 3 weeks, and I said he wouldn't last a month, and I was right, he was done. So why is he still getting TV time? Why is he still employed? I mean, I'd rather see Zack Ryder getting TV time rather than Adam Rose. I mean, come on. Adam Rose sucks. Unless go back to the old gimmick that he had, or just get rid of the guy. He's just terrible. This one's from MButt75. What do you think they are going to do with the Ascension right now? I think they're going with the Road Warriors or Demolition. I think he's kind of referring to their new look. Yeah, they're giving them the face paint, and I think they might even have like the armor or like the shoulder pad things, maybe. You know, I think that's kind of cool. I think that'd be the way to go. Obviously, we haven't seen it for a while. I think the face paint thing could really work. I'm very interested to see what they do with the Ascension. I think they have big hopes for them. I think, you know, they will get a good push, and I think they should have debuted it a couple of months ago. I think Survivor Series would have been a great time to debut them, but, you know, better late than never. So, the Ascension coming in is a must. The tag team division really needs more tag teams, so them coming in is a really, really good thing. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with them. And if they want to give them a bit of a Road Warrior style gimmick, then sure, I think it kind of might even suit them. I haven't seen all that much of the Ascension, to be honest with you. In fact, I've probably seen maybe like 2 matches of them, but I've heard a lot of good things. I'm really looking forward to seeing just a new team come about, and a proper team, like a good team, like they've been a team for a few years now. Give them an opportunity, and I think they will shine in the tag team division, which is honestly full of, you know, just thrown together bullshit tag teams anyway. So I think the Ascension could legitimize the tag team division a little bit, and at least I think they will get the tag titles very, very quickly. Another question from Bailey14. He asked, what do you think about the new TNA logo, and do you think it's a good idea for them to move to Friday nights? Well, the new TNA logo I think is pretty slick. I kind of like it. I mean, it seems very, like, basic, like it wouldn't have taken much of a designer to kind of create it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, look at the WWE's logo. It's a fucking horrible, just W. It's dreadful. So I think TNA's logo is kind of slick. It's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. And them moving to Friday nights, I'm mixed feelings about it. I think SmackDown moving away from Fridays was the right decision. So is TNA taking that time slot a good idea, considering that there was a lot of good reasons for SmackDown to move away from it? I think they're kind of just filling the void there, kind of like taking that slot just because it's available and no other wrestling shows are on there. It's kind of like the only time slot they can really use and be by themselves and have a legitimate chance of drawing any viewers. So in that circumstance, yeah, it's probably a good idea to go to Fridays. There's no competition there. They can have a fresh start there. They can get an opportunity to, you know, get viewers who may be not doing anything on Fridays. I believe they're airing at 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and then they're doing a repeat from 11 to 1 o'clock anyway. So that whole Friday night is going to be TNA, which is good. Will I be tuning in? I'll check out the first episode. I will do that. I haven't watched TNA for a while, but I will check out the revamp, the reboot. If it sucks, then I'm done. I'm not going to give it a second chance because I've already given TNA many second chances. But if it's good, I'll keep checking it out, you know. So I think the first episode will probably be really good. And the problem with TNA is, can they keep it going? Probably not. So this one is from the Cosmic Clone. Your thoughts on Alberto Del Rio joining Ring of Honor? Well, it's kind of cool. I mean, Del Rio is probably going to be doing the rounds, just going to every American independent promotion and just doing some work there whilst he's, you know, not doing anything in Mexico or anything like that. I think his main focus will still be AAA, and he's obviously joining Lucha Underground at the beginning of the new year as well. So him going to Ring of Honor for a match, I don't know the specifics, but I don't think he'll be there like on a full-time schedule or anything like that. So if you expect him to be around all the time, don't. I don't think he'll be there all that much. I think it's just a simple case of Del Rio just getting his name out there and just continuously working at all the major independents and just kind of getting work and getting paid and getting a payday, like checking out all the promotions, having matches with people he hasn't worked with or, you know, hasn't worked with for a long time. So I think it's just a new, exciting, you know, time for Del Rio where he gets to have that freedom to go around to wherever he likes. And it's a good little pickup for Ring of Honor. I mean, Del Rio, yes, he's a former WWE champion. He's still got that appeal from his WWE run. There's a lot of rumors that he might go to Bellator as well. So Del Rio is a bit of a hot commodity right now. So I think that's a good little pickup for Ring of Honor. And I think, I don't personally watch Ring of Honor, but I think he could do some good things there. Now, this one is a bit of a late kind of topic. I mean, everyone's already discussed it, but what are your thoughts about CM Punk signing a contract with UFC? Do you think he'll return to the WWE? Look, I don't want to spend all that much time on it because I'm kind of jaded. I'm a little bit sick of hearing about CM Punk myself. But him going to UFC is interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes. I'm going to check out the fight. I hope he wins. I'm going to support him. He's a WWE guy. Well, he's a wrestling guy, and I'm a wrestling guy. So in that case alone, I think you got to support your wrestling guys. I mean, he is, you know, a part of the wrestling family, and whether he left the WWE, got fired, whatever the case, I think you got to support him. I know people don't like Punk; they want to see him get his ass kicked. I know all the USC guys will want to see him get his ass kicked. So I think it could mean big business. Very smart by Dana White to pick him up. If he loses his first match, he's done. There's no point in having a second one. There's all the appeal is lost. He might as well just quit. And if he wins, well, who knows? So I think he might just have 2-3 matches, or fights, I should say, at the most, and call it a day. So look, if he wins his first fight, I think, you know, he'll be a good box office draw, and he's going to get paid pretty handsomely. So CM Punk's going to make some money. Good on him. You know, he can set up his retirement even better. And the last question for today's video from MButt75. Are you going to do a new GM mode in 2006, 2007, 2008? Well, GM mode 2008 will be returning this week. I just recently recorded a couple of new episodes, so they'll be up later on in the week. I'm bringing that back. I want to finish it off. I'm looking forward to finishing it off. Will I do a 2006 or 2007 series? I would have to buy a PS2 to be able to do it because I don't have a PS2. I have the games on the PS2, but I don't have a console anymore. There was a story about that. I spoke about it in a video on the series itself quite a while ago. But yeah, I don't have a PS2 anymore, so I'd have to buy one, which is only like $50. So if it's worth bringing it back, if there's enough people who want to see me do the older GM modes, or Here Comes the Pain, the SmackDown games, those old wrestling games, if there's enough people that want to see me do them, I can do them. So I want to kind of do an older game again. So I did enjoy doing the GM mode videos. I know it's taken me forever to finish it, just because, look, the new game takes priority, to be honest with you. That's where the views, that's where the new subscribers come in. So if I want to grow my channel, I have to really target that market, especially in the first month or two. And, you know, after I've got those new subscribers, after the new games the hype has gone away, then I can branch out and bring in those other series again. So I do apologize for the lack of GM mode videos, but it is coming back, and maybe in the future we'll bring back another GM mode as well, a new series. So that will do it for today's edition of Let's Talk Tuesdays, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. A little bit of a longer one for you guys. I know you guys have been missing out on the Let's Talk Tuesdays in the last few weeks, so I apologize for that. The videos will be coming back up more frequently. I'm going to try and do daily videos again. I'm back on the grind. I'm feeling a lot better, so expect to see more videos from me coming up real soon. Make sure you check out the forums, BrendenPlayz.com/forums. Leave your questions there for next week's edition of Let's Talk Tuesdays, or you can do it in the comments section of this video as well. Please do follow me on Twitter, and you can ask me questions over there as well, and also like me on Facebook. The links to that will be in the description down below as well. Guys, if you liked the video, please do leave a like, and make sure you do subscribe for more Let's Talk Tuesdays coming up very, very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next Tuesday.